when someone feels the need to say something like that, Harry, like I'm wondering, are they hearing the Washington footsteps? To me, that's a yes.
I would say I think he's trying to reassure his football team how important this game is. Right now they have a 2-game lead in the NFC East, and if they was to lose this football game, that would drop to a 1-game lead, and they still play the Washington football team again, and they play Arizona. So I think he's just reiterating how important this football game is from a division standpoint and from the point of where you want to be seated in the playoffs. And sometimes to get through to your football team, you might have to guarantee things, right? And I think that's something that Mike McCarthy is doing right here.
When he said, I'm very excited about where we are, like for me, watching the greats do it, Bill Belichick, guys like that, lay out after that. Like the comment should have been done. When you go in to start saying, we're going to win this game, I'm confident about that, that feels like that's a guarantee to me. And I don't know why coaches give players bulletin board material. Yeah. Like I know how I'm built. I'm looking to find something to be angry at. Yeah. I play better when I'm angry, right? Washington football team, Ron Rivera knows his team. Like they're playing good. Why give them any motivation at all? They're already motivated to win, but why give them any ounce? You can say that to your team in the locker room. I don't know why you have to say that publicly. That last part, Harry.
You also got to look at that, Coach McCarthy's been gone for a while too. So he's really right now trying to
He's talking to himself.
In so many words. Himself, and he's trying to make sure his football team know, because he knows if they lose to the Washington football team, some heat's going to be on his behind. Not just him, the players as well. Because that division, I'm telling you, you lose this game, then the doubt starts creeping in.
Oh, then you got the Giants, you got the Washington football team again, Cardinals, at Arizona.
Are we really as good as we supposed to be?
Harry, let's stop right there.
That Super Bowl team?
You lose that game and the doubt starts creeping in? No, to me, the doubt is there already, or you don't have to say that. Once coach is telling on himself right there and telling on his team. Because I'm sitting here going, do they hear the footsteps? Because every year we pay so much attention to the Cowboys, and every year they disappoint their fans, right? So I'm wondering, are they hearing those footsteps? They got a 2-game lead. They play the team twice. They got the Giants. Like, if you're a confident football team, you don't say that.
Plus, it's the way he said it, Max. His tone sounds like he's unsure. His tone doesn't even sound confident. He's saying these confident words, but the tone is not confident.
Say it again, Jay.
Yeah, his tone is unsure. It's crazy.
You don't even know.
I believe, we're a good football team. We're excited. I'm like, oh, man, that's coaching talk. Like, do you even believe that?
Also, I know what people think about us. I don't know. A lot of people think that you're really good. So you think that people think you're not so good. And why do you think that? You know why? Because you're not so good. You're good. You're not great. Right? Like, everyone can see it. And here's another thing. They gave Dak Prescott every single thing he needed. And at a certain point, it was almost like an experiment. Jerry Jones is like, do I have a quarterback and a coach? Which one is the problem? Clearly, everyone saw it. Dak is good. Jason Garrett's the problem. Gone. Now you got to hire a new coach. What does he do? He can't. It's not his little golden boy, project that he gets to choose, right? He's like, we got to bring in a guy with experience and gravitas, but not a dude who's going to push back, right? Not a dude who's going to, it's not going to be Jimmy Johnson. It's not going to be Bill Parcells. It's not going to be someone like that, because Jerry's got to be the star of the show. Jerry's got to. So they go get a guy who's out of the league because he couldn't win anymore with Aaron Rodgers, right? No one's beating down Mike McCarthy's door, but he's a Super Bowl champion. He looks the part. He can come in and, I understand analytics now. Come on, man. And you install him as coach. So to me, they're right back where they were. They have everything, it seems. Do they have the right coach?
Ooh. Max, you said something then. That's a conversation, because I always felt like Dallas, and Jerry Jones is listening. He's just listening. I always felt like they needed a guy like Jimmy Johnson, like a guy that's going to push back, a guy like Bill Parcells, who's not just going to do what you telling him to do and be a puppet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's what Mike McCarthy is. I'm just saying, like, if you have a guy like a Sean Payton is not – Jerry Jones is not going to tell Sean Payton what to do when it comes to that football field. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
He ain't going to be on the radio that week saying, Zeke is going to have a heavier load this week. How do you know?
Or exactly. Let me tell you why Dak isn't throwing the ball that well, because the receivers, you're like, wow.
So, and that blew my mind, and that was a cover-up for Dak at that moment, because I've been in that position where a head coach or owner may put the deflection on a tight end or receiver or running backs because he feel like the quarterback can't be put in a certain light because they may feel some type of way. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I don't even like Jerry going on national media saying that. Some things should stay in house.
Harry, you know how you meet some people in life where you meet them, you're like, oh man, like, okay, that energy was just different.
Yeah.
That was different. Right? Like I don't know if I like that energy. I feel like sometimes, and look, I've said this openly before, as a Giants fan, I'm a fan of Dak Prescott. Like, I love that receiving core. I love Amari Cooper. I met him when he came into ESPN. Like, I'm a fan of individuals. Like, I don't go into this whole thing like, oh, whatever. Like, I think the Cowboys have the talent to win a Super Bowl. But something that doesn't feel right. Something don't feel right when I watch them sometimes.
Well,
they could be great, and then other times I'm like, oh, I don't know who you guys are.
They should have never struggled against the New Orleans Saints. That's a depleted football team right now. And they struggle with the Saints.
Now, they can turn it around. I'm not saying they can't. It just feels
Is the
slightly
problem
off.
Mike McCarthy?
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.